All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna let people join in as they feel free. Y'all be patient with me. I had a migraine earlier today, so I was in the bed a little late, trying to get my life together. But we are here now, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so guess what? It's Monday. Woo! Start of the new week. We made it to a new week. So, welcome to Real Resilient Conversations. If this is your first time joining, I say welcome. So what we do is we take crazy topics and we find a way to help you make life more resilient in a different way. So if you are here and it is not your first time, welcome back, family. You are family now, so welcome back. I am so glad you came to join me on today. So of course, I know that you are trying to figure out what today's topic is. So today we are talking about dry clean only, right? Dry clean only. What in the world are you talking about, girl? So, my frequent flyers, you know how I do. I take a crazy topic and we're going to talk about it. We're going to figure out ways on how to make you more resilient in your everyday life. Whether it be relationships, whether it be finances, whatever topic we're going to jump into, those relationships do not necessarily mean intimate relationships. However, they do mean relationships in general. So, whenever you heard of the topic, dry clean only, what were your thoughts? Tell me, so in the chat below, tell me what your thoughts were. When you heard dry clean only, you were like, what is she going to talk about today? What were your thoughts about the topic dry clean only? I'm a little curious to see. Simply because I know that is a kind of a weird topic to talk about. So I just wonder how you all feel about it and what were your thoughts when you heard it. Excuse me. So usually dry clean, while you all are thinking about it and typing it in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and give you some hints. So dry clean only are usually items that are expensive, right? It's your coats and your fashion dresses. It's just a lot of different things all at one time, right? And you're like, do I really want to pay for that because it's dry clean only, right? Right, so you're thinking about, well, this is expensive. I don't want to mess it up at the house, putting it in the washing machine. Your sequence items, just items in general that are special or unique or gentle handling, so to speak. It usually says what? Dry clean only. So you're like, oh, here we go. Now that's another bill. That's too much money, right? But if you're thinking about dry clean only, it's usually those items that have what? Beading, metallic threading, and they have some type of special material or fabric that's added into it, right? So if you notice, other fabrics usually don't say dry clean only. You might get some things, hey Patty, you might get some things that say, hey Eb, how you doing, girl? There might be some things that say hand wash, but not necessarily dry clean. And with that, you have to think about, if it is hand wash, why doesn't it not say dry clean, right? There's always a, like a, moment. Things that make you go, I don't know if that was Arsenio Hall or who that was. Back in the day, they used to say that. So the other items, you just throw them bad boys in the washing machine. You make sure that you don't put items that's going to bleed together. You put those type of items together. You put your colors separate. You put your regular items all in one basket. And you throw them bad boys in the washing machine, right? Your whites, they go separate. You kind of separate them, right? By their type. However, your dry clean only items do not go in with those same clothing items, if you realize, or if you identify where I'm coming from with that. And it's usually because those other items are more sturdy. They can handle the beat, the grind, the everyday beat up from the washing machine, because the washing machine is not forgiving, honey. That washing machine will beat it down. You hear me? So whenever we are talking about the other items that are not dry clean only, those are your items that you can get from like Walmart for $5.99. You're like, oh, this is a cute little shirt. I can throw this on underneath this little tank top. Right? You're not taking that to the dry cleaners, right? That's your everyday items. But if you put a dry clean only item in with those everyday type of clothing items, what will happen? It'll damage the article, right? It'll damage the clothing item. And so you're trying to figure out, hey, Julian, how you doing, big bro? You're trying to figure out, well, what does that have to do with anything, right? I know you asked me yourself, what does this have to do with anything? So I seen somebody said that when I said dry clean only, you were talking about taking care of your garments, right? Somebody else said she was confused. And that, you know, I do that on purpose, y'all. I do it on purpose. So I know you didn't come for a laundry lesson. However, I want you to think about this for a second. Think about what type of article you are, right? In your life right now, whatever relationships, friendships, relationships, business partners, what type of article are you at this point in your life, right? So cotton, usually you can put it in the washing machine, put it with light color items. You don't even think about it, right? It's the same way when you are dating someone, you're in a relationship with a business partner with someone, you're in a financial connection with someone. If you just, boom, y'all have the same thought pattern, y'all doing the same things. It's some rough patches in there, but nobody really says nobody even says anything, nobody leaves. You just deal with it, right? You usually just stick through those rough patches. You get bumped around. Sometimes you shrink yourself. You become less of who you are for the other person. All right? That's your cotton items. Over time, neither of you are really worth anything because you did not grow. You did not have any value. You didn't hold value, right? And that's where your cotton items are, right? So are you in a cotton type of interaction, a cotton type of relationship right now, where y'all are being bumped around, but nobody's saying nothing? You're just like, man, I'm gonna ride this thing out. I ain't really gonna, let me not ruffle no feathers. But neither one of you are growing in value. Neither one of you are developing into better people over time. You are just there. And then at the end of it, you've lost your value. You aren't worth anything more than just a piece of clothing that they used to use, and now they use it for a head wrap, they use it for the dry off clothes or dry off the car or whatever, right? That cotton item is no longer holding any value. Hey Lonnie and hey Sandra, thank y'all for joining. Hey, all right, look at that. We got Box 501 over here and Acacia Essentials over here. If y'all need some herbal supplements, y'all check them out. Y'all make sure that you join in and find out, get some connections while you're in here, okay? Hey Tyrion, I don't know if your name right. Mr. Taylor, that we'll put it that way. Going back into the topic, when we're looking at polyester is usually breathable, it's moisture wicking, it's wrinkle resistant, it's fade resistant. You like, give me that poly, right? But you're gonna sweat a little bit, but it's okay, right? Give me that polyester. Polyester is usually for those people that's like, it's cheap, it works, I ain't gotta worry about it wrinkling, I ain't gotta worry about it fading, it don't really shrink down, so I'm gonna rock with it, right? It does have a tendency to peel. When I say peel, it has those little bumps in it. I don't know if y'all understand when I say peel, but it has those little lumps in it from the material gathering together. Those are the relationships where neither person is really clingy. There's not a lot of emotional attachment. Nothing really bothers them. They don't lose themselves in each other because there's not a lot of interaction or exchange emotionally, or Cash App is Real Resilient Conversations or Real Resilient Combos, I think it is, for our Cash App, since someone asked. So with the polyester, they don't lose themselves because they don't have any real attachment to each other. They're not really willing to shrink down for each other because they don't have any reason to. So when you're looking at polyester, their value does not increase because they are not, they don't gain value. However, they don't decrease in value. Usually with the cotton, it usually decreases in value. Polyester, it just kind of stays at a neutral level. So it's the same way with those interactions and relationships. They stay at a neutral level, but their imperfections, of them not growing often show up in appealing material, meaning that they show up with those small imperfections because they're not growing. So if you think about a child that does not grow, you're like, okay, this is a slight imperfection. However, this does not take away from who you are, right? So then it's the same way when we are talking about the polyester type of relationships. It doesn't take away from who you are. However, you're not growing at the rate that you should be. Okay, now, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Dry clean only items are what? Usually washed by itself. It's in a whole different category. You can't use your Tide. You can't use your Gain. You can't use none of that on your dry clean only, right? Because what? It is going to damage the material. It is going to damage the material. And because it has to be in a gentle, organic detergent all by itself, it's washed with care. It's not thrown around, tossed around like the polyester, your cotton, your denims. It's not tossed around the same way, right? It takes into consideration, it has to go through a gentle cycle, right? You can't just beat it up, so to speak. You can't talk to it any kind of way. You can't wash it any kind of way so that it doesn't become overstretched. The best way to avoid that is to avoid the damage and protect the material. How do you do that? Dry clean. And of course, there's some dry clean at home options. You just take the risk of if it's going to still give that option of damaging your item. So when you were talking about dry clean only interactions and relationships, what do you think that means? I've already given y'all some examples. Y'all tell me what y'all think it means when we're talking about dry clean relationships. Because before I give you the answers, y'all give me some ideas of where you think I'm going with that. Because I've already told you some cotton things. You know, that's your everyday people. You just kind of toss them in. You use them when you need to. You talk to them, and you don't talk to them. Those are your cotton people. Your polyester, you kind of talk to them on a frequent level, maybe not every day, but they're not helping you to grow. They're not adding value to you, right? So what do you think dry clean only people are when it comes to your life? Okay, I see slight imperfections, meaningful relationships, good. So what I'm thinking is that you all kind of get where I'm going, so I'm just going to jump in there. Quality relationships, good. Exactly, right? You have to be emotionally connected to your significant significant other, friend, or spouse. Exactly, I agree. So dry clean only, like I said, you usually hang it out to dry. You can't put it in the dryer because it's going to shrink down. Meaning, you have to treat those relationships with care, right? You have to be emotionally sound on how you talk to those people, how you deal with those people, how you love on those people, how you interact with those people, because it takes a different level of understanding, a different level of respect. It takes a different level of love when it comes to treating your dry clean only relationships, right? So you have to be, they require more attention, more affection. So if you have your dry clean only relationships can also be with your children, right? You have to understand their language. You have to understand how to talk to your children in a way that is not demeaning. So those are your dry clean only items, are your children, or your intimate relationships, your business partners. You can't talk to them any kind of way and expect them to respect you. You can't talk to them any kind of way and expect them to listen to you. You can't talk to them any kind of way and expect them to love you the same way after you have demeaned them or tried to put them in the same category as a cotton item or a polyester item, right? So a dry clean only item is going to do what? When you're talking about relationships. They are, even if they have those wrinkles, meaning those imperfections, right? We talked about slight imperfections over here. Those slight imperfections, I know that y'all probably can't see it in this dress, or you might. So it has slight imperfections, meaning that it has wrinkles. It's been on the hanger, it's been hung up, so now it has the wrinkles from where it's been on the hanger for forever. I did that on purpose, okay? The reason why is because, guess what? Just like any type of past hurts that cause wrinkles in that person, right? The wrinkles from their past hurts are still there. So sometimes it takes a steamer, right? It takes a steamer in order to get the wrinkles out, meaning it's having those hard conversations of healing, right? You have to heal yourself in order to open up for those relationships. And that steamer, in order to get the wrinkles out, in order to get through the past hurts, the past pains, the people that have done them wrong, the people that have slighted them, the people that have gotten money out of them, those people are the people that still require a steamer. And the steamer does not necessarily harm the garment, right? It just makes it even better. So the healing process of the steamer is what we need in our life. We have to have a steamer sometimes because the wrinkles in our life from our past relationships have hindered us from becoming the best that we can be. So we have to be steam cleaned, right? And we have to be dry cleaned. And the dry clean process just means we have to go through someone that's willing to talk to us with a gentle, loving tone. I would not want to be in a relationship where somebody said, Quita, you gonna do this. Because Quita is gonna jump back, baby. Right? Because the dry clean aspect of Quita means that you have to love me. You have to speak with me with loving care. I have been through enough of the negative, enough of the harsh, enough of the hurt, that I only require that you talk to me in a loving tone now. Right? If I had a child, I would not tell my child, go over there and sit down somewhere. What happens? Now I have wrinkled them. Now I have put them in a category of possibly a polyester type of article, and they are no longer my dry clean article. Instead of saying, I need you to take time out and go sit down, please. Go sit down, please. You're not listening. I need you to put on your listening ears. What happens when it says you get more honey or you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar? How we talk to each other makes a difference with business relationships. If I say, this is what you're going to do, you're going to give me this money, so we're going to go ahead and make this investment. You're going to be like, oh, you're not getting my money. Right? There is a way that we talk to each other that is dry, clean, only material. I don't want to be treated like everybody else because I am not everybody else. I am made wonderfully. You hear me? Beautifully in every aspect. Even my wrinkles are part of I am perfectly imperfect, if that makes sense. My imperfections is what makes me perfect in who I am. Right? The changes that we have to make in order for us to still hold our value, because guess what? Dry clean only items hold their value longer than what cotton items do. Hold longer than what polyester items do. Hold longer than denim items do. You know why? Because it is of a higher caliber. Are you in a higher caliber relationship? Are you demanding that someone treats you a certain way? Are you demanding in a loving way? You're not saying, you're going to treat me this way, you're going to keep stepping. No, you're going to say, these are my boundaries. If you think about it, dry clean only, it has a boundary. They have boundaries. It says dry clean only. Don't put me in a washing machine. Don't put me in a dryer. Meaning you're not going to bounce me around. You're not going to treat me any kind of way. You're not going to push me here and to and fro. Right? Because that's usually what happens with the agitator. Is going back and forth, shaking you around, trying to get the dirt out. Instead, with dry clean only, there's a certain process. Right? It's a gentle vibration that goes through to help to loosen up those articles. With it separate, it's not a regular, right? It's not a regular detergent. It's a separate type of detergent because it has to go through a shaking to break it down, but it's not the same way. If you think about where you are in your life, think about the interactions that you have from day to day, think about those relationships, and are they putting you in a cotton type of category? Are they putting you in a polyester category? Or are they treating you as a dry clean only, right? Are they loving you? Are they treating you? Are they respecting you for who you are? Okay. So let's say story time. Can we say story time? So story time, real quick. I got 5 minutes, y'all. Story time. So I was in a relationship, And the person I was in a relationship with spoiled the stink out of me. I would come home, I say, oh, I'm so tired, my feet hurt. They would say, sit on down, put your feet up, let me rub your feet. I say, I'm tired, let me go run your bath water for you. Let me go turn the shower on for you if you don't want a bath. I got fruit while I ate, while I sat in the tub. I got wine while I sat in the tub. I was just spoiled. I got my door open for me. Anytime I didn't want to cook, they went and got dinner for me. I was spoiled rotten, right? However, at some point, I had to still walk away because I needed to heal from the hurt of what I wanted. What I wanted still could not be achieved in that relationship. No matter how good they were spoiling me. I had, at some point, removed myself from a dry clean only to a polyester for that type of relationship. And I had to say, at this point, I love you, but I love you enough to say I gotta go. I was engaged to someone and still said, I think I want more, and I think I gotta go. So my dry clean still was not being fulfilled. My dry clean only options still were not being fulfilled, even in the relationship that was treating me so good that I had already got engaged and everything. An engagement does not mean that I am obligated to stay. If I realize that the pain and the hurt that I still have is still there, I do not want to take that pain and hurt someone else. I'm willing to walk away from a good thing in order to give them a better thing. You have to understand if you are emotionally stable in order to say, I thought that I was a dry clean only with you, but I think that I have removed myself and put myself in a polyester category. I'm not ready to give you what you want. I can't give you what you need. And at this point, I have to remove myself in order so that you can get what you need, in order for you to be happy, in order for you to blossom into who you are, in order for you to hold your value. I do not want to shrink anyone. So I always say, if I have to change you, I am trying to shrink you down. I am not trying to change you from who you are. If who you are is a butthole, so to speak, I'm going to let you be that butthole, but not with me. I don't want to feel like you are putting me back down to a cotton type of category. There has to be a level of boundaries when it comes to me in order for me to get what I desire for a lifetime partner, if that makes sense. When you realize that you can't be the dry clean only item for that person, it's time for you to walk away. Dry clean only item in your business partners, dry clean only with your children. And you can't walk away from your children, but you can't get the help that you need. You see what I'm saying? Get the help that you need. Get the training that you need in order to be a better business partner. Do whatever it is that you need to do in order to be a better friend, right? Me and my friends have a laughing, joking, ongoing relationship. When I say, you haven't even called me. I ain't talked to you in 3 weeks. I ain't talked to you in 3 months. Where you been? But when we talk, we jump right back in and like we didn't lose no time at all. You have to know when it's time for you to walk away and when it's time for you to learn how to be a better friend, when it's time to be a better spouse. If your spouse is not getting what they need, you need to ask them, at what level do you feel like you are, or I'm holding you, or at what level are you holding me? And what areas can I be better? How can I increase our value as a person, as a relationship, right? We want to increase each other. We never want to take away from the value of those people, of each other, right? So we want to, Pam, I know. So we can't decrease ourselves. We can't shrink ourselves down and then want to call ourselves dry clean. Make sure that you understand where you are, and then it's okay to say, right now, this is just where I'm at. I'm not really ready to be bumped up to something that can hold the value of something more important. All right, y'all. Guess what? Guess what time it is? It is 8:29, so I will not hold you much longer. So listen, we're coming back on the 26th of July. 26th of July, same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are talking about what? Track stars. She's a runner, she's a track star. That is going to be our topic on the 26th of July, the track star. So, if you have not followed me on TikTok, follow me on, oh, that's right, I'm sorry, it is 9:29 now, I'm sorry, I'm still talking Central Time, so be patient with me, Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube. The email address is also included in the description below. So make sure you like, follow, and share. Your love is always appreciated. Your time and valuable time is so appreciated. I thank you all so much for joining me on tonight. I pushed through even with the migraine that I had. I really appreciate y'all. Same time, same channel. Love, peace, joy, and happiness sent off to you. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Once again, if you all want to submit a topic, make sure you email me. You can even inbox me. You don't even have to email me. Inbox me. And then if you want to be a guest on one of the shows, let me know. I would love to have you all as a guest. Of course, when we have guest speakers, we're going to be a little bit longer, but I'll try and keep it below 45 minutes. So I hope to see you all on 26th July at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I love y'all. Thank you so much for listening to Dry Clean Only. Don't forget to remember, if you are dry clean only, you got those boundaries. Don't let nobody decrease you, okay? I love y'all. Love, peace, and joy. See you later. Bye.